10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home-field crowds. They are so
I wasn't trying to do it while I play this game, but my hands would be greasy as hell.
In this pregame, I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
I appreciate that, Holly. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
A little bitch nice, so turn that mic on, man. This nigga try to duck me tonight. Bro, damn, pick your play, nigga.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill.
Fucking block. Go fucking block. Fuck off me. Fuck off me, little bitch.
Run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
And man, this offense, man, is so nice to have a guy that you can hand the football to, and he can take off and make big plays down the field. He can break tackles. He can outrun you. He shows you a little bit of everything. This defense, they better dial in on him because he's going to get the football, and he can make big plays.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? On the ground, it's Hill. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
You love to see this on offense early. Drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Man, you heard what I said, nigga. I'm pause that shit, nigga.
They're looking at a third down.
Pause that fucking shit, nigga.
33.
You ain't making no changes around this bitch.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move.
It's my lead.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early and on this opening.
But you know my season not over, right? But you know my season not over, right? You know my season not over, right? As long as you know if I beat you, my season not over.
3 yards stopped at the 23.
You know it's only one undefeated person in our conference, and that's South Carolina. Everybody else got 2 to 3 losses, except for Texas.
Seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese, and what's so disappointing, especially looking at this team's offense, is they're just not making the plays. They've got the guys on.
Well, where's it say you can't start the run?
Like they could be all
so
they have guys that can change the course of games. And that's why coming into this season,
I know you finna blitz.
They were given that top 5 ranking, but on the field in games, they simply, for whatever reason, have not been able to get it done. And the lack of execution, to me, is a huge reason why they've fallen out of the top 25.
Well, yeah, they haven't handled the pressure. I mean, that's just the
best
way to say it, because you talk about
makes the grab and room to run. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, Get your guy a touch. Get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play. So it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there. Because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now.
Oh my God, they got a block.
Try and limit him and take him away as much as possible. You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play.
You know you lose this game right here. You're not making the playoffs, right?
Way to get him going and handing the ball off.
As long as we're on the same page, man. Oh, I pressed wrong button. But Tutty, I told you I'm not coming to lose. I'm not coming to lose.
Turn the page after losing their last game. So how about you come out?
I'm gonna make sure this shit a blowout.
You march the field 75 yards and put 6.
I'm gonna make sure this shit a blowout.
Start a game better than that.
Thank you. Now you start all the way back there on the 1.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10.
Where you going? It's all good. Oh, yeah.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Finding some room. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge. They're dogs.
Better call him at protection.
Out of the gun here with
Where you going?
Frazier.
Cut in. Oh my God, look who's cutting
nice
in.
job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll run play action. Complete on the left to Williams. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Dogs look to keep this drive humming. Dropping back, it's Henderson.
Oh,
Quickly
bro.
complete.
I swear these
5
niggas.
yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Picked up 5
You ain't pressing
on
the
that
wrong fucking
last
button.
pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Handoff for Frazier. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to run it. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback in a 3rd down situation, knowing exactly where the first down marker was. It wasn't there open to throw the football. He was very smart. He got out, he took off running, knew exactly where he had to get to keep his offense on the field.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Give to the fullback. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, First drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
Looking left.
Bro, what in the motherfucking fuck? I knew you was passing it, bro. You done ran the play multiple times.
Everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to
just
it.
catch the ball.
Best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, not...
Oh, let's go. Ah, fuck out of here. He probably was down anyways.
And that's not how you draw it up, but how about the off?
And let's hold on just
he probably
a minute
was down.
here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Let's go.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Trying to move the sticks on third down.
QB run, QB run.
That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
Well, I know it took their defense a second to get the ball back for the O after that last drive, but now their offense is kind of doing the same thing. They're now playing people. Really good job there on third down, handing it off, understanding where the first down marker is. Everybody.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he tacked on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Keelan Russell. Caught near the sticks. It's Ford. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Running inside. It's Hill.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll go right back to him. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Throwing Russell. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Intercepted.
Nah, this is the shit I be talking about, bro. This is exactly the shit I'm talking about.
Wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. On the move. They knock him down right there.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Henderson. Pressure coming, turning it on. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Russell showing the arm strength down the left side. He's got it. And he's wrestled out of bounds after a nice pickup.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
They'll run it from the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Hill. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. The run inside, it's Hill. And he surges across the line. Touchdown time!
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves. And we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
You all right?
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are
I'm finna come in here. I've been on this nigga all day.
They do. And this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
To the air, it's Henderson. He'll pull it down.
This shit on.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, and keep this drive rolling.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Right back to it. There's a little room just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
What the fuck is this spot?
3rd down, red zone play, crowd alive. In the red area, it's Frazier. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be...
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He splits the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Keelan Russell rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking for a man, it's Henderson. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Splits the uprights right down the middle. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Sam Houston Bearcats taking on the number 24 team, the New Mexico State Aggies. And it's the Bearcats able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. It gets them to 4-1 on the season, and it's got to be looked at as a solid start.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Makes it past the marker. There's some room. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Running the red zone, it's Arrington. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense, because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Here's Nate Frazier. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And his defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, I did not have this in my bingo card, guys, but being one of the most talented quarterbacks in college football, to be under 50% completions in this game, nobody saw that coming. He has not been able to find his rhythm, and he looks frustrated.
He throws back to the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Fakes to grab. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Throwing Russell. That's caught. It's 4. Fighting off the defender. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And it makes it so hard on the defense trying to stop these guys because they're not just throwing it to wide receivers in the passing game. They've got a huge weapon here at tight end, and he just shows you how difficult he is to bring down after the catch.
Looking for his man in the middle. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call, going deep on 3rd.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Might be changing the route. 4th down, Russell. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Corners are going to bail. Some misdirection with the counter. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Looking downfield, it's Henderson. Starts to scramble to the left. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, It's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the...
Maybe some room here. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. Picks up the first down. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. Big way to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Russell. Got a man. It's Hill. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Keelan Russell makes the catch. There he goes. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Escapes the pressure going right. Unleashes one deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown Bulldogs. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Motion from the wideout. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's past the 30. Could be an alley. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Russell. Trying to get behind the defense. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Russell. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by just 15. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bulldog. And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point is good. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. There was wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keelan Russell. Oh, they're after him. Throwing on the run. Brings it down on the right side. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Again, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And he's brought down after a nice game. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. He might want another play. Throwing Russell. Blasted as he lets it go. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Fires to the middle. Touchdown, Alabama! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Uncorks one to the middle. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the 1st down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using it.
from the red zone. It's Phillips. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here's a give to Frazier. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Back to pass, it's Henderson. Going for 6. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped short of the 40, right at the 41, and this interception has given them a great opportunity. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Making side adjustments here. Russell. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Frazier again. Pulled down for the tackle.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Keelan Russell. Got it in the middle. It's Jenkins. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Yeah, David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Makes the catch. It's Scott. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Again, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it for the late touchdown, but probably a little too late, barring just an epic finish. So this likely just to get the final score a little bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll go for 2 here. Throwing Russell. He makes the grab. The 2-point try is good, and it's a 1-possession game late. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And, man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right. They put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.